Some years back, the head of a large, successful business enterprise was faced with the most important decision of his career. At a special meeting of his company's executive committee, there were displayed the products of his largest competitors. His advisors told him that because of recent discoveries, it was now possible to produce the product they manufactured at a tremendously accelerated rate. Not only could their product now be manufactured in far less time, but it would affect enormous savings and thus result in substantially lower prices to the trade and the consumer. This would result, the committee pointed out to him, in mass buying of the product. But more important than that, they said, it was the only way they could remain competitive since their big competitors had now adopted these new discoveries. Well, the president examined the products of his competitors very carefully. There was no doubt about it. It was an ingenious new way to lower production costs. Then he asked the committee, will this new method make the product better, cause it to give better service, and last longer? Well, the committee had to answer that it would not, that this new method, while adding greatly to manufacturing efficiencies, could not hope to match the quality of their present method of manufacturing. Then we shall continue to build our product as we have in the past. All the arguments about how the buying public would quickly shift to the competitor's new lower prices for the same product failed to move him. We will not sacrifice quality, he said. In the end, the customers will come back to us. Well, the entire executive committee was aghast at his decision. Privately, they called him an old fool, and for a couple of years, exactly what they predicted came to pass. The customers flocked to their competition. The competition's sales skyrocketed because of the new manufacturing breakthrough, while my friend's company's sales steadily declined. All this while, my friend's company continued to make the best product in the industry and to advertise this fact, and that it would not compromise with quality. Since the new method of manufacture did result in an inferior product, one that would not stand up to hard use in time, the buying public began to become disenchanted. People began to realize that what had seemed to be a big saving in money was actually resulting in greater costs because of needed service. Moreover, the product just didn't perform nearly as well as did that produced by my friend's company. Well, all over the country, the reputation of my friend's company and product climbed steadily, while the reputations of his big competitors just as steadily dropped in the minds of the buying public, and just as important, in the minds of the dealers and their salesmen. Soon the tide turned completely. Today, because of that decision to stick to uncompromising quality in the face of what appeared at the time to be sheer disaster, my friend's company is the largest of its kind in the world. The company's name and the products it manufactures are first in the minds of the buying public, and there's an important lesson here for each of us. I have a book by Barry Stevens titled, Don't Push the River. What she means by that is, let the river flow. Don't try to hurry it. Time will bring the best to the top. Now, change is important, but not change for the sake of change necessarily. If we can make it better, let's change it. If we can make it more attractive, more convenient, perhaps smaller or lighter or more functional, let's do it. But let's do it gradually and make sure we know what we're doing. Let's take the time to test our new changes until we know we won't be faced with a drop in our reputation and perhaps the recalling of thousands of products with the resulting loss in time, money, and customer loyalty.